We can see inside the Winter Gardens. Of course, this is where it was held last year. This is where the United Kingdom Championship tournament took place as well. And we are in for a real treat this evening. The reason why I say that is because I think you can pretty much guarantee some kind of surprise. I am expecting some kind of surprise. We do have, it looks like Vic Joseph, and we've got William Regal. William Regal with a big smile on his face. Of course, William Regal from around the Blackpool area. So this very much is a homecoming for him. I think part of the reason why it's held in Blackpool is because of William Regal. So this is always something very exciting for him. So really great to see so many people there. You can see people filling into the arena all the time. We were actually there a couple of years ago. We were there last year as well. So I can tell you what it's like to actually go to NXT UK Blackpool. And we can go through all of that. I'm just listening to what Regal is saying at the moment. Talking about the excitement, talking about what an honor it is to be back in Blackpool. And as we said, we've got some big matches on the way. Let me just tweet out, let people know that we are live, because of course this is a very weird time for us to be streaming. And as soon as I've done that, then we will move over to tonight's show, and I'll give you my thoughts on the card. I'll say hello to everyone that's joining us, because I really appreciate you joining us. This is a very strange time for us to be streaming, but of course this is coming from the UK, where I am right now. This is around about, I think it's around about an hour, maybe 50 minutes to an hour away from where I'm currently sat. I was very interested in actually going to this show because I've been to the previous ones, but I really wanted to stream this with you guys. I really wanted to be here and give you my thoughts on the show and actually watch it live this time. But I was really tempted to go. Yeah, we can talk about all of that. Shout out to Mr. Wrestling Figures. Eli Gaming says, I loved the toy hunts. Please bring them back. Daze, I just got back from a 3-week vacation. Shout out to you, Joe Burns. Shout out as well to Rescind Niven. Hello to RJ, Jason Peace as well. Daze, do you think Toni Storm will win the title? I think so. I could see there being a title change there. I think Toni Storm has got a great chance. I think Walter is going to retain. I'm very split on the tag titles because there's obviously 4 different teams competing for that. And honestly, it could go any which way. That is a ladder match, and it is going to be absolutely insane. So because it's a ladder match, it makes it very unpredictable. So I'm really not sure on that. I could see Imperium maybe getting the titles because I think we are building towards like Imperium versus Undisputed Era, and obviously Undisputed Era have got all of the gold. So it might make sense to put all of the UK gold onto Imperium. So I could see Imperium with Walter, and then obviously the tag team getting the gold. I could see Toni being the women's champion. Then we've still got amazing matches like Tyler Bate versus Jordan Devlin. I really believe could be match of the year. Tyler Bate always steals the show. And he's in there against Jordan Devlin. That really will be one to watch. And then we've got Trent Seven, a big name that people know, taking on Eddie Dennis, who has been out injured for a while. He's come back and now they're starting to push him again. Eddie Dennis was getting a real push when he first came into NXT UK. He was out for quite a while, as you said, in 2019. He's come back. Now he's got another opportunity to have a match with Trent Seven and see what they can do. So I'm very intrigued, honestly, by all of the matches. I think it's a very strong card. Very strong card. Jody Gilly, Daze, he loves us. Shout out to Jody. Jody, of course, Big fan of Bray Wyatt. Was able to meet Bray Wyatt the other day, and she was sharing that story with me online. So I'm really, really pleased for Jodie. I know that means a lot to her. So big shout out to you, buddy. Thank you for the super chat as well. Really appreciate it. Man, just saying, I did not expect this many people to be joining us. Can I just put it that way? I really did not expect, 'cause it's such a weird time. Like in America right now, it's about 11:30. So I honestly thought people would have a lazy Sunday, get up a little bit later. So this is blowing my mind. Jamie McStyle, shout out to you. Anna Dawes says, I'm also looking forward to Devlin versus Bate. We've also got London Askew. London Askew is here. Shout out to you, my friend. London Askew already giving this show 100 out of 100. Wrestling Master, how are you doing, buddy? So shout out to everyone that's joining us. The Swamp Manor says, Daze, NXT UK needs a mid-card title for Alexander Wolf. That's a really good shout. A lot of people have been saying maybe they could bring in the European Championship. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about that, because I kind of like geography. And I don't really understand how you can have the UK Championship as your main belt, but then the European Championship, a belt that covers a wider area of the globe. I don't understand how that can be your mid-card title. So I'm not on board with that, to be honest. And I don't know what you would call it. I don't know. Let me know. That is definitely the question. What would you call an NXT UK mid-card title? What would you call it? Love to know. Maybe the WWE Network Championship or something like that. I don't know. But would you want that to be a mid-card title? Oh, it's hard, isn't it? It's really hard. Vape Ross Vape, shout out to you, says Nick Aldis came out during a Ring of Honor show last night. He did. I think I saw the clip when I got up, because I was asleep when it happened. And when I got up, I think it was Flip Gordon that he attacks. Basically, we're definitely building towards Nick Aldis against Marty Scurll. And it looks like we might even be building towards Strictly Business versus Villain Enterprises. So there's a lot happening with NWA and Ring of Honor. And honestly, there's some absolute dream matches if those two work together. We're also later tonight, whilst it's still in my mind, we are back for Impact. Everything that went down with Tessa yesterday, I gotta be honest, it really started making me question about whether I wanted to watch the show, because I just don't deal with Impact. I don't watch Impact, so I don't need to watch the show. And now if one of their main stars is accused of being a bully and accused of being, using racial slurs and stuff like that, I don't need to watch it. But there's been a lot of people getting in touch saying, look, there's nothing proven. We don't know what the truth is. Let's wait and see what happens. Now, she's not made any comments, and the person that was the victim has come out and spoken out and said it happened. And a few other people like Big Swole from AEW has come out and said that she had heard this as well, and she's actually been working behind the scenes to get the situation resolved. So there seems like a lot of smoke. There seems like there's a lot going on with this story, and it is not going away. And honestly, I don't know what Impact do. I mean, they could take her off the show. If this is going to continue and it's still going to be a very vocal thing throughout today, they could pull her. She wasn't at the media thing yesterday, so they could take Tessa off the show. I don't see any way they can put the title on her and have a celebration. I don't see how they could do that. So part of me is really intrigued to watch the show and see what Impact actually do. I want to see how the crowd react, and I'm kind of intrigued. So we are going to be covering Impact later. So we are back for another stream, and this is going to be a very weird stream because I know a lot about WWE. I know a lot about NXT. I know a lot about AEW. I know a lot about NXT UK. I know a lot about Raw. I know a lot about SmackDown. I know nothing about Impact. I do not watch it. So I'm really intrigued to learn tonight as well. see what the hype's about. I think they've got some great wrestlers. I think the card looks really good. I'm a big fan of Jordan Grace. I think she's going to be a big, big star in the future. She could actually win the women's title tonight on Impact. So, yeah, I don't want to dwell on something that's not NXT UK, but it's worth mentioning that we are back tonight. The Swamp Manor says, I would call it the Northern Ireland Championship. That's a little bit tricky, though, isn't it? Because you then have people arguing about where's the Wales Championship, where's the England Championship, where's the Scottish Championship. So if you just, why Northern Ireland? Why would you select that one country? I don't know. Thunder Rosa is trying to calm the situation down. Okay, I haven't seen that. Obviously, we've had the news about La Parker passing away as well. That was the last thing I saw from Thunder Rosa. So yeah, I mean, look, there's just so much going on in the world of wrestling right now. There's a lot happening because, of course, you know, we're still building towards the Rumble. You've got NWA invading Ring of Honor. You've got the Tessa stuff. You've got NXT UK tonight. It's just, it's mad. Honestly, it is mad right now in the world of wrestling. So, yeah, really interesting stuff. Shout out to Cal W. Hope you are well, my friend. That is the NXT UK National Championship. Oh, I kind of like that. I like that because it doesn't say what the championship is. It's just the National Championship. That's very similar to what NWA have. Swamp Manor, I think that's a really good shout. Anna Dawes as well, the NXT Nations title. I like, yep, very similar theme, isn't it? I like that. Very clever. Yep, I think both of those are winners. I'm on board with them. Hopefully someone from NXT is watching this because they can have these ideas for free. I'm sure you lot will agree. The NXT UK Intercontinental Championship. That might be quite cool. I'm down for that. Intercontinental, says Matt Akers. Yep. Intercontinental, says Tingerlin. Yeah, you guys are knocking this out of the park. See, this is why I love the chat, because I can't think of these things. But you guys coming in with an NXT UK Intercontinental, the national titles as well. Very, very cool. Andrew Dick, shout out to you, buddy. Thank you very much for the donation. Thank you for joining us as well. We are literally, 17 minutes away from the show beginning. Normally, we would start like an hour before the show. But there's not a great deal to kind of talk about with this. I think the card is quite exciting. There's not really much more to discuss. I'll tell you one thing. I don't watch NXT UK every week. I know that Walter is obviously a heel. I don't know about Joe Coffey. Joe Coffey was a heel last time I saw him. I don't know now if that's changed. Does anyone know if Joe Coffey is coming into this as a face? Or have we got heel versus heel? I would imagine they would have done a little bit of work, maybe changed Joe Coffey into a bit of a face for this main event match, because heel versus heel doesn't make a great deal of sense. And I gotta be honest, it's the only thing that's kind of making me not really that excited for the main event. You know, there's no one to root for. Like, I suppose in a way I'm rooting for Walter, because I think Walter is cool and looks great, is a big star. We've seen him on NXT. I wouldn't really want to take the title off him and put it onto Joe Coffey. I think Joe Coffey is cool, but yeah, is he a heel? Is he a face? I don't know. Daze, the NXT UK United Nations Championship. NXT UK Worlds Collide Championship, says Harry. Cal W says he is a face now. Okay. Coffey is a hot mess heel. Okay. I think Coffey is more of a cool heel. It seems to be a bit of confusion there, doesn't there? Like, he's kind of a cool, he's like a heel that's cool, maybe like an anti-hero kind of a thing, but to be honest, I think they've literally done this because there's no one else. And I'm surprised they didn't build up, say, Cassius Ohno or someone like that. Cassius Ohno as a face against Walter. I'm amazed that it's not Drew McIntyre. I really, really thought when Walter was pinned at Survivor Series, he was pinned, I believe, by Drew McIntyre. And straight away I said, they're building a feud on that. The reason that we've just seen Walter get beaten at Survivor Series is because they're going to do Walter versus Drew McIntyre. That'll be the main event of Blackpool. And it makes sense. Makes sense to do that. But they haven't done that. So here we are. Here we are with basically heel versus heel. And they're having to tweak Joe Coffey and make him a little bit cool, a little bit face to try and get people into it. I mean, it's still going to be a great match. But I think, honestly, I'm going to be supporting Walter. I heard rumours that Cena is going to win the Rumble and win his 17th championship against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I was meant to meet you in London, but I had a boxing event and I won gold. Dude, that is the best reason I've ever heard for no one actually being able to make it to Wrestling Shop Live. The fact you had a boxing event and you won gold. That's incredible. Shout out to P1 Figs. Shout out to you, my friend. Absolutely incredible. I came in to Coffee as a hot mess. Took like 4 minutes to realise it was Joe and Mark Coffey. An NXT UK European Championship. Oh, that won't work. We're not in the EU anymore. NXT UK TV Championship. Mr. Wrestling Figures. That's a really good shout. That's a really good shout. Chalmers saying an NXT UK Premier title. Makes me think of like Premier Inn. You know, the hotels. Premier Inn. Shout out to Caleb's Gaming Adventure. Days, I would call it the NXT UK European Championship. I'm not sure. I'm not sold on having the European title as the mid card for this. I don't know. Days, today my mum's birthday. Can you give her a shout out? Yes, Lucas Paul Rogers. Lucas Paul Rogers. Shout out to your mother, Mama Paul Rogers, whose birthday it is today. So happy birthday, my friend. We are down to now, yes, 12 minutes. And yeah, they're still kind of running through the card. The thing with the pre-show for NXT UK is there's no matches. So you're not missing any action. It's just a half an hour before. And really, it's just to kind of hype up the show. Talk about what matches we're going to get. Show us how we actually got to this point. And that's about it, really. So, yeah, it kind of made sense to just start when that started. So, still really, really excited, though. I really believe that Tyler Bate versus Jordan Devlin has got Match of the Year written on it. I really think that the ladder match is going to be amazing. I also really into the women's match, and I do hope that Toni Storm walks out with the title. I think the only thing that's making me kind of think she won't is because she actually won it in that same building this time last year. I know that because I was there. Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm. It's a match that is getting teased again right now, but I actually saw it in that building last year, and I've got to tell you, it's a weird building, the Winter Gardens, and the reason why I say that is because when you walk into the main entrance, you've got to walk for absolutely ages to actually get to that hall. The doors to leave aren't just like out there. Like there's quite a long entranceway, and there's other halls that are like connected to it. It's kind of part of like this really big kind of complex. So you've got this big building. I'd say that hall is the main hall, which is towards the back. But you've got lots of other halls and conference rooms and corridors, and there's like loads of stuff. I actually went to the toilet and got lost because you go through this one set of doors, you follow this corridor around, and then you're in like this other hall, and then you go to the toilet, and then you're like, what door was it again? And you don't know your way back. So very easy to kind of get lost. It's a little bit of a maze inside the Winter Gardens. But yeah, it's very nice. It's very, well, as you can see, very grand. And Blackpool as well, for those of you that aren't in the UK, Blackpool is basically our Las Vegas. It's very tired now. It was absolutely the place to go in like the 1800s, 1900s, kind of around World War I, World War II, up to like the 50s and whatever. Blackpool was it. Everyone went to Blackpool. If you were going on holiday in the UK, you went to Blackpool. But the problem was when the 60s and the 70s came along, so did cheap airplane flights. And so now, for the same amount of money that you would spend going to Blackpool, you could jump on a plane and go to Spain. I mean, Spain in a plane is like 2 hours, something like that. And the flights are really, really cheap from the UK. So people stopped going to Blackpool and they started going to Spain or Italy or France. And they started to go where the sun was rather than staying in the UK. So it means that Blackpool now just isn't what it was. Blackpool was the place. It's still like an interesting place to go to. But I wouldn't say it's like a holiday destination anymore. It's a great place to take kids though, because you've got the tower, which they will show you. Looks like the Eiffel Tower. I think it was based on the Eiffel Tower. And you can go up to the top. It's got an observation deck. It's got a ballroom at the bottom of it as well. And then there's like a fun fair, big kind of theme park just down the road. It's got one of the tallest roller coasters in Europe there. So you've got I think it's called Pleasure Beach. So you've got the Pleasure Beach, which is like this big theme park area. You've got the tower. All down the front, the seafront, I think is called the Golden Mile. And that's where they put like lots of lights around like November time. It's kind of in the build towards Christmas. They're called the Illuminations. And you'll go down and for a mile, you've just got all these crazy lights everywhere. You're normally based on like popular things like the Avengers or TV shows or just things that you'll recognize. And that's a big deal as well. People will go to Blackpool for that. Plus, you've got lots of hotels there. You've got a lot of amusement arcades, lots of like machines and things that you can, play in, and arcade machines. And I think there's like a Madame Tussauds there. There's some kind of wax work thing, where they have wax models. There's loads. There's loads that happens in Blackpool. So it's not like a really random place. It's like our Las Vegas. I think there's a big casino there as well, of course. It's cool. It's the kind of place where you could spend like a really fun weekend. Let's put it that way. You wouldn't really want to spend much longer than that. Tim Storm versus Ryback. Rig 111 says an NXT UK hardcore title. Eli Gaming says, I've been to the Blackpool Ballroom. It's nice, isn't it? It's really, really nice inside there. Daze, the NXT UK British Championship. I'm down for that. My favourite women wrestlers are Bayley, Rhea Ripley, Ronda Rousey, Thunder Rosa, and Sasha Banks. Yeah, lots of love for Thunder Rosa. She has been absolutely tearing it up recently. Winning championship over in Japan, and looking really good, actually. Getting a big win on Power the other week against ODB. So, yeah, very excited to see what 2020 is going to hold for her. Tyler Sims, shout out to you, my friend. Daze, does the main show start at the top of the hour? Yes, we are just 6 minutes away. Shout out to Johnny Wad 01. You can see on screen the Blackpool Tower, very, very famous. One of our big landmarks in Britain. Joe versus Walter. That should be hard hitting, and I mean hard hitting. I'll tell you what. The last year I was there when it was it was Pete Dunne versus Joe Coffey, and Walter made his debut. And you might remember that when Walter made his debut, he kicked Joe Coffey out of the ring. So from the very first moment that Joe Coffey and Walter saw each other in NXT UK, Walter kicked Coffey in the face, kicked him out the ring. And so really, I suppose this is a bit of revenge for Joe Coffey. I just really don't think he's going to get the job done. I think Walter has got this tonight. They're showing them face-to-face. Walter towering over Joe Coffey. Absolutely towering. You should see the look, the smile, the laughter on the face of William Regal. He is absolutely loving it. He is absolutely loving it. What's your thoughts on Gallus? I think from what I've seen of them, I think they're okay. I think they're a decent enough team, but don't know. don't know. They need to be a bit more. They need a bit more of an edge. I think Joe Coffey's cool. Wolfgang, don't know. He hasn't quite got it for me. I want him to be a bit more vicious, you know. But I think Gallus are all right. They remind me a little bit of like the Forgotten Sons in the sense of they can all wrestle. I think that they do have a bit of attitude, but still there's something that's not quite right. So I think Gallus and Forgotten Sons, I think, are quite comparable. They just need something to take them to that next level, you know? I definitely think Joe Coffey is like a big breakout star. I really do think he could go off and be a great solo competitor. Remember when it was Daze? I think the NXT UK Tag Championship match will steal the show. Zach, you could be absolutely right, buddy. Really looking forward to that. Daze, did you hear about La Parker? I did. Daze, you missed my question. Probably. Just ask it again. Shout out to Tansia. Hope you are well. Are you a fan of Johnny Gargano? I absolutely love Johnny Gargano, yes. Big fan of Johnny. I really do think that he is going to be a big breakout star in the sense of I think he will go on to do what Seth Rollins has done. I think he'll go on to main event WrestleMania. I'm not just saying like breakout star like Ricochet. I'm saying like top of the tree. I'm talking about the man, Johnny Gargano. The guy is, for me, he needs to improve his promos a little bit. I think what he actually says is fine, but he tends to deliver it in just kind of one tone. He'll just keep talking like this at the same kind of rate without really deviating, and he'll just keep talking and blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you see someone like Finn Balor, really short, sharp, to the point, deliver his lines like punches, and he's got a lot of like expression in there as well, a lot of passion in his delivery, and I feel like Johnny needs to just mix it up a little bit more. In ring, you absolutely can't fault him. I think his connection with the crowd, you absolutely can't fault him. I mean, they've got like a future Daniel Bryan there, if they book him right. So really excited to see what the future holds for Johnny. I think he'll stay in NXT for a long time, but I do expect him to have that NXT championship back at some point. And I think we'll get Johnny versus Tommaso again. That was an incredible feud. Daze, did you hear about Balor versus Dragunov at Worlds Collide? LSW, hello, my friend, I did. Son of Bulko 5, how are you today? I am very good. We are literally a minute away now, friends. 1 minute away from NXT UK Takeover Blackpool 2. And there's bound to be a surprise. Last year, they had Charlotte in the crowd waving. Okay, so we had Charlotte in the crowd. And then, of course, there was meant to be Jordan Devlin against Travis Banks. Travis Banks got injured, and so they needed a replacement. They found a replacement, and that replacement was Finn Balor. Finn Balor was on this show last year. And then, of course, when we were in Cardiff, we had Cesaro on the show. So I am fully expecting there to be someone in the crowd. I'm fully expecting something. I really think at the end of this show, Drew McIntyre walks out. That would be my guess. Either that or someone from NXT. Maybe someone from NXT comes walking out because, of course, we are building towards Worlds Collide. Could you imagine if, like, Joe Coffey's about to win an Undisputed Era come running out? Again, I could see something along those lines because we are building towards Worlds Collide. Daze, what's your favourite NXT UK superstar of all time? I'd have to go with Pete Dunne. I love Tyler Bate. Big fan of Tyler Bate. But I feel like Tyler Bate is still learning in a way. I think they put the title on him. I think that really made him a big name. And then he's had some great matches since. But the spotlight has been more on Pete. If you think about where Pete is now compared to where Tyler is, you'd have to say Pete's, probably the forefront. Is like permanently on NXT. He's being used in some big feuds. And It's kind of a shame not having Pete Dunne on this show, actually. I'm going to miss Pete Dunne not being there. So that's going to be quite an interesting thing to look at, isn't it? That's why we fight. Tell you what I've got, which is really annoying. On the network, I've got constantly on screen, and I don't know how you take it off. I've got the little bar at the bottom that says live, and you can like make it full screen or... Annoying. Been so many problems with the network since they updated it. But we are going over to it now. We are starting the show. We've just got the intro package. Let's get ready to rumble. Daze, I think Finn Balor should have gone to NXT UK because he could replace Pete. It's not really a big enough brand, to be honest. They want Balor on TV in America. So it's got to have been either Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. NXT UK is not on TV in America. So I just don't think they would go that way. I think really now NXT UK should be positioned as their developmental brand. I really do think that. I really think rather than having like, you know, all these kids learning and not getting any TV time in America, bring them over here. Bring them here. Let's get people like Deonna Purrazzo, that Jessie, who is an up-and-comer. Just trying to think who else they've got at the Performance Center. But they've got quite a few. You could have even people like Austin Theory. I know he's getting a bit of TV time now. But yeah, any Bronson Reed, anyone that doesn't really get on NXT that often, bring them over to NXT UK. They could really make this their new developmental. Okay, we've gone over live. We are over now to the crowd. The Winter Gardens looks absolutely rammed. Lots of excitement, big NXT chants. And Nigel McGuinness is there. I met Nigel McGuinness after the show last year. He actually stuck around to shake people's hands and say hello. Success. 3 years ago they started this. I was there for that 3 years ago. And 1 year to the day. This is really cool. So we've got Nigel McGuinness. What are we starting with? So Nigel McGuinness, Tom Phillips, Xia Li could be in NXT UK. Yeah, I'd love to see people like that. I think it would really, really strengthen the brand. Okay, Trent Seven on the way. So we are starting off with our first match, Trent Seven versus Eddie Dennis. Kind of thought they might have started with the tag match, to be honest, but I'm into this. I'm a big fan of Trent Seven. So Trent Seven against Eddie Dennis. As we said, Eddie Dennis was really being promoted as a big, big deal. Trent Seven out first. He is. That is a beautiful building. It is lovely. It is a great, great venue. It's, as we said, it's a ballroom. It's known as the Winter Gardens Princess Ballroom or something like that. Oh, that guy with the Hawaiian shirt, he's always in the crowd. There we go, Trent Seven trying to pump the crowd up. This should be a heavy-hitting, brawling match. I don't think you're going to see, like, a technical masterpiece here, but Trent Seven's a very, very good wrestler. I haven't seen a great deal of Eddie Dennis, so I can't really comment too much, but I'm totally on board with this match. One half of Mustache Mountain. And obviously, Mustache Mountain started this show last year. We got Mustache Mountain versus Grizzled Young Veterans to try and crown the first ever NXT UK Tag Team Champs. That was a year ago now. Send Eric Young to NXT UK. That's a good shout. We'll take EC3 as well. Okay, here comes Eddie Dennis. Has he got a mask on? No, I've not seen him wearing a mask before. Look at that. It's a dragon mask because, of course, he is from Wales. So, he's coming down dressed like a Welsh dragon. That's quite cool. I like that. So, they spoke about mind games. There's Eddie Dennis. Eddie Dennis, I know, has felt neglected and overlooked. He is good friends with Pete Dunne and people like Jordan Devlin. And he said he was having to watch them and watch their success whilst he was, I think he was like a high school teacher or something. But is here now. And he was someone that they were really building up. So they're saying that we hadn't seen Eddie Dennis in about 8 months. He missed a lot of 2019. We've got Trent 7 Army chants going. Trent 7 Army. Oh, Trent 7 Army. And this is going to be a big part of tonight. That crowd. Welcome to the UK. Welcome to soccer chanting. Because these guys are going to be red hot all evening. They'll play a big part in tonight. They're there for a good time. Once the alcohol has been flowing a little bit longer. Nice work by Trent 7. Fake to chop, but went for a DDT. Sneaky. Send Killian Dane to NXT UK and have him beat Walter. Send Heath Slater. UK crowds are lit. They are a lot of fun. I've got to tell you, it's a lot of fun being in that crowd as well. Look at this, like a razor's edge. Oh! He did not gently place him down. He absolutely hurled him. Amazing. Eddie Dennis with a vicious razor's edge. Big Trent 7 Army chants. Stomping away by Eddie Dennis. Eddie Dennis, who, by the way, looks like a reptilian. He looks like one of those reptile folk that Bray Wyatt keeps warning us about. Into the corner goes Trent. Whipped into the corner hard. And I'm really pleased that these two are kind of starting us off. Because if they'd have been anywhere else on the card, they would have been overlooked. If they had started with that tag match, it would have been absolutely incredible. And then whatever follows it, the crowd are going to be a little bit exhausted because I'm imagining that tag match is just going to be insane. At least this way, we're really getting a chance to see what these two can do. We've got a good idea about Trent 7, but we don't know much about Eddie Dennis. Kick to the back of the head by Dennis. How long before the shoes off chant? They only tend to do that for Zach Gibson. People absolutely hate Zach Gibson. So you do get shoes off if you hate Gibson. That's a big chant. And then like that, people holding them up in the air. Look at that. Beautiful. Standing suplex. Kick out by Trent 7. Daze, I bought the Rockers, Marty and Sean for $120. Did I get ripped off or was it okay? I'd say it was okay. That's around about the £100 mark. I would say £100 is fair. Hi Daze, how are you, my friend? I think one team is going to leave with all the gold, but I'm not sure it's going to be Imperium or Gallus. If I was booking, I would have Imperium leave with everything. Same. I would have Imperium leave with everything. I would have Eddie Dennis win this because he's been away for 8 months, and I think that he needs the win more than Trent 7. So Eddie Dennis wins here. Tyler Bate beats Jordan Devlin. Oh, dragon suplex on the outside. So, yeah, I'd have Eddie Dennis. I would have Tyler Bate. I would have Toni Storm. I would have Imperium. And I would have Walter. Those are my 5 predictions for tonight. Nice. Oof. So, both guys are down at the moment. There was some lovely work on the outside by Trent Seven. Daze, is it me, or was the first hour of SmackDown a bit dry? I predict Kofi and Brock face off in the Rumble. Yeah, that would be cool. Do you know what? I can't even remember. SmackDown. Went for a clothesline, picked up, spun round. Oof. That was like an end of days. Shoulder up. Like a sidewalk slam. Yeah. My predictions are the same. The security guy got hit. Oh, I didn't see. We've got a big Trent Seven Army chant from the crowd. Send Apollo Crews to NXT UK. Yeah, but anyone like that. Any names I think would help. I mean, they've got Cassius Ohno on the card, but I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's injured or something, but I would have thought he would have been on this show. Same with Dragunov, actually. Dragunov was someone they were really building up. I'm surprised he's not on the show. Nice. 1, 2... Pin by Trent Seven. Tell you what, the knowledge of Nigel McGuinness is mind-blowing. Bask in his glory. NXT is the best wrestling show. So he's got Dennis up. Dennis to the outside. Went for a strike, but a big right hand by Dennis. And actually, Trent Seven goes down. And now Eddie Dennis is taking off the turnbuckle pad. So Dennis trying to take off that turnbuckle pad. Trent Seven coming over with a big forearm strike. Don't forget, I am expecting some kind of surprise tonight. I just don't know what or when. Don't think it's going to happen in this match. Trent Seven up top. Is he looking for a superplex? Big superplex. It was! Massive superplex straight into a pin. Kick out by Eddie Dennis. Kick out by Eddie Dennis. Cassius Ohno versus Sheamus tonight. I'm not sure if I would be expecting that, to be honest. Who's your most favourite superstar in the UK? Jordan Devlin, Trent Seven, or Eddie Dennis? Probably Trent Seven. Trent Seven's got his own wrestling promotion, Fight Club Pro. Does a lot in the local area. I think he has helped discover and train the likes of Tyler Bate, Millie McKenzie as well. I think they've kind of come through Trent Seven's teaching and Trent Seven's school. So Trent Seven really is an important part of British wrestling. So for me, I've got nothing but respect for Trent Seven. Trent Seven up on the shoulders of Eddie Dennis. Eddie Dennis wants to do a razor's edge into... Oh, no way! To the outside! He lands on top of someone that's on the outside. I don't know if that was a cameraman or what it was. I've not seen that before. He's just razor edged him out of the ring. That was an amazing spot. People are on their feet, man. People can't believe what they're seeing. That was insane. Big Trent Seven Army chant. That is madness. You have just seen madness. Eddie Dennis planting down Trent Seven. Trent Seven just trying to survive. Can't survive anymore. And Eddie Dennis gets the win. And it all came after he just... It wasn't so much a razor's edge. He just had him up and he just hurled him out the ring. He went crashing down on top of whoever was out of the ring. Eddie Dennis did not care then. Eddie Dennis... Brilliant spot. Absolutely amazing. They're just showing a replay here. So the ref wouldn't let Eddie Dennis do that move into the exposed corner. The corner had the turnbuckle pad. We're seeing the replay now. This is one of the craziest things. Look at this. Yeah, I mean, his neck went into the barricade. That is so dangerous. That is insane. Good match, says Elijah. Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne. Yeah, look at that. They're showing his head. Oh, man, that was so good. There's blood on the forehead of Trent Seven. I think I would like... I wish that Eddie Dennis had better music. It doesn't really seem like sinister enough. I think we got a little advert here for Royal Rumble. Shout out to King Tubbins. L.A. Parker died that way, says Chalmers. Yeah, he did go to the outside and hit his head, didn't he? You're right. Absolutely insane. Joe Coffey. So what's up next? Is it the women's match? That first match went quite quick, actually. Normally it takes about half an hour for the first match. That one went, what, 10 minutes or so? 15 minutes? Might be the women next. Be a bit early for the women, wouldn't it? No, it must be. They're showing us the promo package, so... Yeah, it must be the women. Kaylee Ray versus Pippa Niven versus Toni Storm. Now, the crowd are going to be right behind Toni Storm for this. Right behind Toni Storm. This will be a very good match, actually. This is going to be a very good match. I really like that first match. It didn't outstay its welcome, you know? That first match, they could have gone another 10 minutes, but why? Why have it outstay its welcome? It did what it needed to do. It had a big spot that you know is going to be all over social media. Trent Seven getting hurled to the outside. That is going to be all over social media. So it's done what it's needed to do. It's created a bit of a buzz. People are going to be talking about it, sharing the footage of it. Let's move on. Let's move on. If Toni wins, we could get Toni versus Rhea title for title at Worlds Collide. So maybe Rhea comes out. You're absolutely right. Rhea could get involved here. Or could at least make her presence felt afterwards. I like Toni Storm. I don't know a great deal about Kaylee Ray. I know next to nothing about Pippa Niven. Toni Storm is awesome. She is awesome. Hello. Looks like Pippa Niven hit Toni Storm and then regretted it. And Toni Storm started unloading on her. So it looks like there's a bit of drama between Pippa Niven and Toni Storm. I mean, I'm really into this. I think this is going to be very, very interesting. Triple threat, so anything could happen, you know. Shout out to Seth Evans. Hope you are well, my friend. Love Toni Storm. She's going to be a big star. Okay, here we go. We're going back to Blackpool. Toni Storm making her way out first. She looks cool. She's got some really sick glasses on. Look at the glasses. Got like spikes all around the edges. Some like studs. She's got a great look. She's got the it factor, Toni Storm. You look at Toni Storm and she looks like $1 million, you know? She's the kind of person that NXT UK is going to lose soon enough. I think Toni Storm will go to NXT. She's a big future star. And NXT UK is going to be weaker for it when she leaves. I think she is going to be a hard person to replace. Just like Pete is going to be a hard person to replace. I don't even think they've done it yet. I don't even think they've tried. So, Pippa Niven now on the way. Two of my crushes are in this match. Toni and Pippa. Those glasses, yeah, they're cool. Right, Pippa Niven is like skipping her way down. Skipping her way down to the ring. I think she was in World of Sport Wrestling, WOS, as, was it Viper? I met Pippa Niven when NXT UK were in Brentwood. She was really nice. Alex, can you tell me something about that? How did you meet her? Did you stick around backstage, or did she come walking out, or like to meet the fans, or what happened? Because I've got to be honest, I've only ever been to NXT UK once outside of last year's takeover. I was at TV taping in Birmingham, and I've always criticised them for not having any wrestlers available for people to meet. It feels like the easiest thing in the world to have a table set up in the corner, and before the show starts, just have the fans be able to meet a couple. Not all of them. Just get a couple. Just grab a couple of them and just have them go out and, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Pictures, all this kind of stuff. Because if you go to an NXT house show, they do that. But when I went to Birmingham, that wasn't a thing that they were doing. And I thought I was disappointed. I felt like they could have done more for, like, especially for the kids, you know? So I'm just interested. How did you meet her? Let me know. Daze, Finn Balor was at the first NXT UK Takeover. Cesaro was at the second. Who do you think we'll get from the main roster tonight? Well, what we've been talking about it, and what with Worlds Collide coming up, we really think there's a good opportunity for Undisputed Era or Rhea Ripley. I agree with the chat. I don't think there's really a need for main roster stars. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, you'd have to look at Drew McIntyre. Maybe they could do something with Drake Maverick. Both of those are from the UK. They tend to want to bring over European or UK stars, don't they? Like Cesaro from Switzerland, Finn Balor from Ireland. So it could be someone like Sheamus, could be someone like Drew. We're underway. Toni Storm, jump in the bell. So I'm not expecting. I think it'd make more sense to build for Worlds Collide. Thank you very much, Oliver. Really appreciate the support, my friend. Days, you should do a pick feed. They are cool. Sean Flagstaff, shout out to you. Pippa is wearing the lion-hearted armband. I haven't seen, to be honest. I can see she has got an armband, but I can't see what it is. She's going over, cannonball into Toni Storm in the corner. Shout out to Wrestle with Andy. Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm. Yes, we are surely building towards that. Alex says, I went to the toilet, and when I went out, she was there. Hang on, Alex, you're telling me that Pippa Niven followed you to the bathroom. That's weird. That's a hell of a way to meet someone. You got followed to the bathroom by Pippa Niven? To be honest, they definitely weren't doing that when I went to Birmingham, and I'm quite pleased about it. I would hate to go to the bathroom, turn around, and have Walter staring at me. Could you imagine that? Oh, big senton by Pippa Niven. Came crashing down onto Toni Storm and Kaylee Ray. Kaylee Ray managing to kick out, though. This is going to be good. I can already feel this is going to be good. The action has started off fast and hot. Shout out to Matthew Lopez. Hope you are well, my friend. I think it said on the schedule this was going to go for 3 hours. I think this was meant to go... Am I right in saying this is going till 8 o'clock in the UK? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's meant to be 4:30 till 8 or mid... No, hang on. I'm getting this confused. Yeah, 4:30 till 8 in the UK or 11:30 till 3 Eastern time. I don't even think it's going to do that at the moment. I'm wondering if this is going to finish in about hour and a half, maybe 2 hours time. Oh, big crossbody by Pippa Niven. She is throwing herself around. She's already done like cannonballs on the outside. Super kick by Kaylee Ray. Pippa Niven goes down. Kick to the head of Toni Storm. Kaylee Ray is in control now. Brilliant. This match is too predictable. They're not going to put the title on Toni since she is in a title match, and it is not the right time for Pippa. Okay, so you think that Kaylee Ray is going to retain? I'd like them to put the title onto Toni. But you could be right. She's had it before. Pippa breaking up that pin there. All 3 of these women are down. Big kick by Kaylee Ray. I want Drew to win the Rumble, but don't you think WWE logic, it would make sense if Kane eliminated Lesnar to set up a rubber match? Yeah, I think he could. I think if that happens, though, I'm not sure I can see Drew winning the Rumble. Because no one wanted to check the video out, that's why I'm not happy. And Ador's no idea of being so aggressive. Want to Drew? I've read that one. Where do you think the next NXT UK Takeover will be held? Edinburgh or Belfast? Yeah, well, I hope it would be either of those, to be honest. They did... Seems like Blackpool is kind of the unofficial home. It's where the first one was held. It's all connected with William Regal. So I kind of feel like they will do Blackpool every January. And I like the venue. And as you said, you know, it's a great crowd. There's a lot of activities there for people outside of this. So you could have like a really good weekend. You could go down on the Friday night, have some drinks, have a great day on Saturday, and then go to NXT TakeOver on the Sunday. So I think that Blackpool will be done every January. And then I think they should go to the different countries. So we had Cardiff in, can't remember when it was. I want to say like the middle of the year. But we had Cardiff in 2019. So it should be Belfast or Edinburgh this year. And then do the other one next year. Forearm strike by Toni Storm. Big strikes coming in. Trading blows back and forth. And it's cheaper as well, probably, well, I'm presuming, but it would be cheaper to rent Blackpool than anywhere in London. If you're renting somewhere in London, you're paying a lot of money. London is not cheap. But Blackpool, you'd get that venue for a good price. So it makes sense from a business point of view as well. Right now, Toni Storm is down, Pippa Niven is down, and Kaylee Ray is going under the ring. She's gone to grab a chair. So Kaylee Ray has got a chair here. Referee seems disappointed. We've got a disappointed referee. Days, the pay-per-view after WrestleMania. What's the pay-per-view after WrestleMania? What's the pay-per-view after WrestleMania? Off the top of my head, I don't know, no. Wasn't it normally Backlash? But I think it changed, didn't it? So she's using that chair, putting it on the throat of Pippa Niven. Now she's thrown it down. Kicking the back of the head of Toni Storm. I think Daniel's going to beat The Fiend. Then The Fiend enters the Rumble to eliminate Lesnar. Then Reigns wins to set up Roman versus Daniel. Fiend versus Lesnar. That would make sense. Here we go, look. Kaylee Ray. Oh. She put the chair over the head of Toni Storm and she was about to stomp down on it. And Pippa Niven made the save. Sam Ginsberg, hope you're well. I love Pippa Niven. She's so good in the ring. I've not seen a great deal of her, to be honest. So this is quite interesting for me. She's really been throwing herself around, though. She's got good cardio. Pippa Niven down on her knees. So Pippa Niven is on her knees. Toni Storm has got a chair. So I think they're teasing that Toni could use the chair on Pippa Niven here. Pippa Niven saying, do it, hit me. Kaylee Ray on the outside. No, she throws it away. Toni Storm throws the chair away. So here we go. Toni Storm going through the ropes. So there's a little story in this match of the relationship between Toni Storm and Pippa Niven. They were friends. Then there was a miscommunication. And there was a little moment there where we didn't know if Toni Storm was going to use that chair or not. Crowd are still red hot and into this. Toni Storm jumping through the bottom rope and middle rope. Don't tend to see that so much. Days, Walter's championship was stolen in Chicago months ago. Did he get it back? No. I saw a report saying it still hadn't turned up. So he might have to use a replica tonight. Who knows? He might come out with like a cardboard one or something. Mamma Mia chants from the crowd now. Big fans of ABBA. Hello to Nando. Hope you are well. Shay saying, I love this match. It is very, very good. Non-stop action. Lots of little stories in there as well. It's already been going for about 15 minutes. Toni Storm, headbutt to Kaylee Ray. Grabbing the hair, forearm strike. We've still not had any big surprises. I would expect something at some point. Again, though, don't know if it's coming in this match, but it's going to look for a powerbomb. Sit down powerbomb to Toni Storm. Kaylee Ray with a senton. Kaylee Ray looking for some kind of hurricanrana, but not getting it. Pippa Niven with a powerbomb again. And now she's looking, picking her up, planting her down. Is that like a falcon's arrow? 1, 2, shoulder up. Shoulder up. Good match. Crowd are really into it. Hello to Harsh Prathai. Hope you are well. Days, why did NWA invade Ring of Honor? I think it's because they want to do Marty versus Nick Aldis, and Marty is still working with Ring of Honor, and there's lots of rumors that he's going to re-sign with Ring of Honor. Part of his contract is that he can work for New Japan and work for NWA as well. Because everyone thought he'd go to AEW, but it seems like he might be re-signing. Oh, wow! 1, 2. Oh, look at that by Toni Storm. Toni Storm didn't break the pin. Instead, she held the referee's arm. That is brilliant. She knew she couldn't get to them in time. So the ref went 1, 2, Toni Storm, stopping him from counting the 3. Wow, you don't see that. That's really cool. It's a really cool spot. Piper. Oh, Canadian! Canadian Destroyer by Pippa Niven. That move is used a lot now, but it is really cool to see Pippa Niven hitting it. Storm 0, 1, 2. Pippa Niven makes the save. This is awesome. The past 5 minutes in particular have been absolutely off the chain. Big NXT chants. Absolute madness. Oh, what? Destroyer? It was. There you go, Toni Storm. Storm 0. And Pippa Niven just makes the save. Toni Storm chants from the crowd. The crowd is still really into this. They keep getting on their feet, sitting back down. Looking for Storm 0 and puts Kaylee Ray onto Pippa Niven. She's going to go for Storm 0 on Pippa Niven. No, couldn't do it. Pedigree, yeah, it was like a pedigree. 1, 2... Kick out from Pippa Niven. Great action. This is awesome, says Kevin. It's really good. Seth says, Daze, I live in the UK, so I am gonna go to NXT UK. You should, man. Look at this action. Big frog splash. Super kick by Kaylee Ray. 2. Kaylee Ray retains. So there we go. Kaylee Ray does retain. A brilliant match. Kaylee Ray. It's a good match. Nothing, no surprises though. No one's come out or anything. Might come out now. Who knows? I got a John Morrison figure. Very cool. Daze, you're the best. I subscribed. Thank you very much, Josh. Really appreciate the support, buddy. Thank you for joining us. There's a lot of people I know that will be watching this show, maybe on their own, somewhere in the world. And it's just a nice way to watch the show, isn't it? And as I said, I've been in that building a couple of times. It is really nice. Even the bits you can't see, like the other halls, they're really nice as well. That is the main hall, though. But it's big. It's a big building. There we go. So, Kaylee Ray in the ring with that championship. Pippa Niven down on the outside. Pippa Niven's like crawling away up the entrance ramp. So no outside interference there. No one's come down. We've gone to a little video package, I think, for the Royal Rumble. Daze, has Drew McIntyre turned face? Yeah, I get the feeling they were doing some kind of face stuff with him. The way that he was like interacting with the crowd and everything. I think he has turned face. I don't think he's fully turned face yet. We still need to wait and see, but I was getting that vibe on Monday, yes. UK crowd, they're amazing. Sam says, unbelievable match. The last 5 minutes gave me chills. NXT theme I can do what I want. They're normally from some kind of a UK act. I've never heard of them, though. Okay, so I think we are going to go now to the tag titles, are we? We're seeing Imperium warming up. Got Walter behind, and he's got some kind of championship on his shoulder. Travis Banks is in the crowd. Are they going to show anyone else in the crowd? Oh no, maybe it's Devlin now. It might be Devlin versus Bate now. Stop what you're doing. Give this match your full attention. I'm telling you now, mark my words, this is going to be a potential match of the year. I really believe that. Devlin always delivers. Bate always delivers. These two can put on an exceptional match. I'm really, really high on this. Yeah. Oh, there I am, look! They just briefly showed me. Amazing, thank you. Tyler Bate versus Jordan Devlin. Bate will win. I hope so. I really do rate Tyler Bate. I really rate Jordan Devlin as well. Did Tyler train Devlin? I don't think so. I think Devlin trained over in Ireland. Does Bulldog's son still wrestle? Yes. I've seen very little of him bar WOS. He wrestles now in MLW. I think it's Major League Wrestling. He would be a great person for them to bring over to NXT UK. Jordan Devlin sliding into the ring. Didn't Devlin train with Balor when he was Prince Devitt? Yes, Balor trained Devlin over in Ireland. I've got a King Kong Bundy figure. Must be from all the pizzas I eat. I love that. What time is the TNA stream? Much later tonight. Much later tonight. I'm sure I just saw you in the video package. Yes, that was me. I was at the UK tournament, and they did shoot me in the crowd. It was early 2017. And yeah, they just showed a clip of me jumping around, celebrating in the crowd. They've used it a few times, to be honest. But yeah, it's very, very cool that they've just used it again there. And for a match that I'm really excited for as well. So there we go. Thanks, Triple H. Right, Tyler Bate making his way out. The big, strong boy. Here he comes. Smile on his face. He looks classy, actually. Wearing black. He's got a black towel around his neck. Waving out at the crowd. Hello, Tyler. They're saying, actually, on commentary, it feels like a lifetime ago since they saw Tyler Bate. No, I would agree with that. It does feel like a lifetime ago. Cesaro should join Imperium. From Dudley, England, yes. He's actually from Netherton, I believe. Here we go, look, Tyler Bate rolling into the ring. With the towel. Gonna whip it on the top. Yay! I don't know why we cheer that. We just do. It's as if that's where the towel belongs. Do you know how satisfying it is when you put something in its right place? Yay! So, Tyler Bates here, the big strong boy. This match is going to be absolutely insane. Daze, I'm on my phone, so I can't watch the stream and Blackpool. No worries, Dale. No worries, man. You watch Blackpool. Here we go. Look, Jordan Devlin on his way down. I saw an incredible match between Devlin and Pete Dunne. If you've been watching the streams, then you will have heard me tell that story. And it was in Birmingham at the NXT UK taping. It was incredible. It was absolutely mind-blowing to see it live as well. That's why I really believe this match is going to be next level. I really, really believe it. The Irish Ace. Sinister music, isn't it? Hello, Matiri. Shout out to Patrick O'Neill. Maybe Becky Lynch tonight. Oh, yeah, Becky Lynch. They could always have Becky Lynch come out. She's Irish. That'd be huge, wouldn't it? They should have Becky Lynch just make some sort of an appearance for NXT UK. That'd be absolutely amazing. And I think she would love to do it as well. Just think of who could have come through NXT UK through the years. We could have had Sheamus. We could have had Becky Lynch. We could have had Cesaro. We could have had Rusev. We could have had Bad News Barrett. Here we go. Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate. Na 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 na. Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate. Na 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 na. Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate. Na 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 na. Right, here we go. They lock up. Tyler Bate against Jordan Devlin. Blackpool losing their minds right now. Love Tyler Bate. They absolutely love him, and rightfully so. Jordan Devlin just giving him a little push in the corner. Big strong boy. Becky trained with Finn and Jordan Devlin. They're all good friends. That's true, actually. Did you see that Becky Lynch documentary? I think it was shown on USA Network or something, and did really good numbers. And she actually went back to Ireland to have a little drink with all of her old friends, and Jordan Devlin was there. Jordan Devlin went along and had a drink with her, and it was like this big long table full of like her old school friends and everything. Nice little flip over Jordan Devlin, holding onto the arm of Tyler Bate. So you know that Becky Lynch and a lot of WWE superstars are watching this show right now. And Bate, look at this. Look at that escape. Now working on the arm of Jordan Devlin. These two so good. Working on the arm. Devlin's going to have to really work hard to get out of this. Kip up. Nice underneath. Reverse kick. Takes the legs away. Nice. Side headlock takedown. Takes the legs away from Bate. Rolls through. Goes for a pin, but Bate bridges up. Looking to take the legs. Under the legs goes Devlin. Looking for bop and bang, but Devlin had it scouted. No. Smile on the face of Tyler Bate. Nice. Headlock. These two know each other inside and out. They've definitely wrestled a million times before. Over the top. Nice. Devlin going across the ring. Against the ropes goes Devlin. Big back body drop again. Big strong boy is the chant. It's the real Hazard says, come on, Bate. Here we go. On his shoulders. Picking up. He's trying to pick up. Devlin. There we go. He's got him up in the air. Look at that. A press, and he slams him down. Drop kick, Devlin to the outside. They could have had, of course, Nick Aldis, the current NWA champion. He's from the UK. He's from England. He's English. Against the ropes goes. Oh, gets planted down, gets caught by Devlin. Over the top. Nice. Just a 2. See you in the bit. The Prince Isaac Balor. Tinglin says, NXT UK Takeover ain't NXT UK Takeover without Tyler Bate. Daze, I know the wrestling school that Jordan Devlin comes from. It's Fight Factory Pro Wrestling in Bray County, Wicklow Island. There we go. Well, they are producing some real talent from that place. Daze, imagine if Nick Aldis was signed to NXT UK. I feel like Aldis probably deserves a bit better than that. I like NXT UK, but I think Aldis deserves to be on network TV, so he'd have to go to NXT or Raw or SmackDown. But he definitely could have started out. If he was starting out now, there's every chance that he would come through NXT UK. That's why I'm really excited about the future of NXT UK, because any of the young talent that's coming through, I think you will see it coming through the through this way. They've got their own performance center and everything, and the future looks very bright, very exciting. Crowd are going absolutely bananas. We got the Tyler Bate chant again. Bate is over the middle rope, getting choked out by Jordan Devlin. The referee counting as a result, and he has to make the break. Tyler Bate, Tyler Bate, Tyler Bate. Na 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 na. It is double underhook suplex. Daze, this has been on for 49 minutes, and this is the 3rd match. Yeah, I don't think this is a 3-hour show, to be honest. I really don't think this is a 3-hour show. They are racing through these matches. This is going to be 2 hours or 2.5. Jesse Callan, shout out to you. Days I've made it, but I don't know how long. When is NXT going to NXT Japan? Well, they've tried to actually start over there a few times, but they've not been able to get it going, up and running. So we'll have to wait and see. Shaking his head. Tyler hurling Jordan into the corner. Devlin goes down on the outside, went right into the corner hard. Tyler Bate up on his feet now. Bate going against the ropes. Over the top. Oh, comes crashing down onto Jordan Devlin. Big NXT chants. Imagine Will Ospreay. Oh, your mom. You're absolutely right. Will Ospreay. That would have been amazing. Marty as well. Marty Scurll. So much talent coming out from the UK and from Ireland and Europe. Big crossbody. Straight into double knees by Jordan Devlin. Kick out by Tyler. We are just getting started. I want Toni Storm on SmackDown. That would be awesome. I'm from Belfast. I'm not sure if there's anywhere that would suit NXT TakeOver, as they don't use arenas, and I can't think of anywhere the size of the Empress Ballroom for them to hold an event. I'm sure there'd be something. I'm sure they'd find something. Even if it's not Belfast, I'm sure there's got to be somewhere in Northern Ireland. They've got to go to Northern Ireland. They've got to go to Scotland. They did a TV taping in Scotland. I think it was in Glasgow. That was cool to see. It's NXT UK. You can't not go to Northern Ireland. They've got to. Right, he's looking at what? Surfboard? Here we go. He's got Tyler Bates' arm. Here we go. He's got both the arms. He's going to try and turn him over. He's got him up. There it is. Surfboard applied. Surfboard stretch. Really painful. Oh, look at how he's yanking back on the chin. And he throws Bate away. Painful. Very, very painful. Worlds collide. Balor versus Dragunov. Could have match of the year potential. Absolutely. Stomping away on Tyler. NXT New Zealand is starting soon. Is it? I haven't even heard about that. Against the ropes. Oh, nice. Roll up. 2. Duck underneath. Duck underneath again. Oh, big collision. They just kind of cross-bodied into each other. Wow. Pretty bummed because I could actually watch the show live because it's on the network, but I won't be back home. The Dragunov finisher is lame. OTT holds events in Belfast on a regular basis. There's a few places that could be suitable. Yeah, they've got to go. Definitely got to go. Johnny Gargano versus Tyler Bate would be incredible. What if Marty came to NXT? I think WWE are certainly interested. I think there's an offer on the table. There's an offer from AEW as well. NXT was meant to go for another couple of hours, but doesn't look like they're going to do that. This is the third match. Bate. Kip up. Points down. Oh. Kick to the head. Nice. Standing shooting star press. Goes for the cover, but a kick out by Jordan Devlin. Both guys are down. There's a "this is awesome" chant already. It's not quite at that level for me. Where is NXT UK taped? UK. Hello, L.I. Baker. Hope you are well, my friend. Trending right now. Hashtag NXT UK Takeover. This is our third match. We've had 2 matches already. Both of them have been really good. This one shaping up to be really good as well. Jordan Devlin onto the shoulders of Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate got Devlin up. Oh, airplane spin. There we go. Classic Tyler Bate. Airplane spin. Devlin going round. He is trying to wear him out. So he's spinning him around at the moment. I don't know if he'll take him in the other direction. Sometimes he does. He's still going. This is the longest airplane spin I've seen. Crowd are applauding this. Crowd are starting actually to get on their feet. Crowd are on their feet. Tyler Bate has sped up. Lord. And I tell you what, when he actually let Jordan Devlin go, he was going that fast. Devlin actually spun away. Tyler Bate is actually dizzy himself now, but that was insane. Picking him up. Oh, spiking him down. 1, 2, kick out. This is really good now. I said it wasn't quite in the awesome territory, but it's moments like that that are definitely going to do it. Really good, man. Dave, in real life, this is awesome. It really is. Shout out to C Wrestling, I can see in the chat. Shout out to Anna Dawes as well. Finn should start his own Bullet Club. What matches are left? After this, I think we'll have the tag match. We're just going to see 4 teams competing in a ladder match. And then, of course, got the main event, Walter versus Joe Coffey. Oh! Nice counter! Jordan Devlin, this match is now going so fast. Bate looking to roll through, but he's been caught by Jordan Devlin. Devlin has got him up, looking for a German. Oh. But he flipped him right over, actually, going for the pin. Shoulder up by Bate. Really good stuff. What a match this has been. Daze, AAA wrestler La Parker has died. I heard, Nikki. Yeah, really, really sad. I retweeted Thunder Rosa's tweet that she sent out about it. Okay, Bate in the corner. The crowd starting up again here with their Tyler Bate chant. Tyler Bate, Tyler Bate. Na 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 na. Come on, Tyler. Jordan Devlin running over. Up to the outside. Oh, nice stunner. Nice stunner by Jordan Devlin. Tyler Bate on the edge of the ring. What are they setting up for here? I feel like there's a big spot coming. That's cool. Devlin to the outside. Jump right back over with a stunner. Okay. Bate on the outside. Jordan Devlin over. Oh, another stunner on the edge of the ring to the outside. So both Tyler Bate and Jordan Devlin are down. Insane. They're asking, are you someone in disguise? But I couldn't see who it is or who they're chanting. We're up to a 5 count here. Jordan Devlin on the outside with Tyler Bate. They're kind of teasing a double count out. Up to 6. 7. Both guys on the barricade. They should make it in easy. Oh! Jordan Devlin with a big kick. Tyler Bate just kind of flopped over the barricade. What are we up to? Oh, 9.5. That was lovely work from Devlin. So Devlin got into the ring. Tyler Bate made it with literally no seconds to spare. NXT champ from the crowd. Devlin with kicks to the head now. I think we've got 2 sweet chants from the crowd. The crowd are constantly into this. Big forearm strike from Bate. Replied by Devlin. Replied by Bate. Just back and forth. And another big strike. These two just trading blows back and forth. Oh, look at that. Tyler Bate goes down to 1 knee. And Nigel McGuinness says he's glad that he retired. Oh, that was a beautiful strikes. These two trading great blows back and forth. Look at this. You want to know what a fist fight is for Raw? You're watching it right now. Trading blows back and forth. It's all Tyler, goes low. Big right hand, swing and a miss. Jordan Devlin replies. Bop and bang was set up. Bate, nice. We got Memon saying Bate or Benoit, quality in terms of wrestling. I think they're very, very comparable, to tell the truth. I wouldn't say that Bate was better than Benoit. Nice, off the ropes. Oh! Spanish fly! Ah, and now we got bop! We didn't even get bang! Bop! Ah, headbutts! This match is insane! People are on their feet right now, and rightfully so. Absolute madness. Big NXT chants. Are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching Vince McMahon? Are you watching Vince McMahon? Last time they chanted that, he tweeted out that he was watching and he was very impressed. Probably got his secretary to do it, in all fairness. Here we go. Look, Jordan Devlin dragging Tyler. I think this is the match of the night so far. They are giving it absolutely everything. Are you watching Vince McMahon? Are you Vince McMahon? I'm not Vince McMahon. Here we go. Taking the legs away. So Tyler Bate has got Jordan Devlin on the top. What he's going to look for? Gut wrench suplex, superplex. What is he going for? Jordan Devlin grabbing the throat. Is Jordan Devlin going to go for a choke slam? Choke slam, that would be amazing. What is he doing? What are they doing? They've switched positions. Spanish fly. Avalanche Spanish fly. Going for the cover. 2. Kick out by Bate. Wow. Absolute brilliance. Absolute brilliance. NXT chant. As good as we hoped this match. Fight forever chants now from the crowd. Fight forever. I love that. I love how Jordan Devlin is grabbing the hair of Tyler Bate, and Tyler Bate is out of it and is just like completely unresponsive. Quick kicks to the head from Devlin, stomp to the back of the head of Tyler. This is awesome. Chants from the crowd. The crowd are really adding to this. Really, really adding to this. What a match indeed. Bate trying to plead with Devlin. Oh, big right hand. What is Devlin setting up for here? No. Bate reverses. Bate up to the outside. Headbutt. Oh my God, that was loud. That had a real sickening crack to it as well. That was a nasty headbutt. I don't know. Honestly, I think headbutts should be made illegal, man. That was sickening. That was absolutely sickening. I feel sick. I feel that was such a nasty sound. Right, Bate. Looking for springboard DDT. Now he's looking for the Tyler driver. He's got him up. Down he goes. 1, 2. Ah! Kick out. Kick out. Bate. Jump to the top like Superman. Bate is up. Comes crashing down. Corkscrew plancher. Gets it. Tyler Bate wins an absolute classic. Absolutely brilliant. Corkscrew plancher gets it. It was incredible. Match of the night. Maybe the best WWE match of 2020 so far. Scrap that. It is absolutely one of the best WWE matches of 2020 so far. Everyone on their feet. Tyler gets the victory. Madness. Jordan Devlin is a star. NXT needs to move out of Full Sail. This was amazing. What a match. A classic. I agree. I'd give that about 4.25, maybe 4.5. Really, really good. Shout out to The Fiend and Adam Cole lover. Tyler Daze is busy. Watch carefully. The beanie is close to being blasted off his head. It is very close. Daze, come to think of it, there's no live events in Belfast on the next European tour. Could that mean that Northern Ireland gets a takeover instead? Maybe. Shout out to Tyler Sims. Team CB says 10 out of 10 for this pay-per-view. Memnon says 4.75 out of 5. Norto says 5-star match. Oh, Triple H on the balcony? Triple H is on the balcony along with William Regal and Johnny Saint, all on their feet, applauding what they're seeing. Look at that. Look at that. They know they've got absolute gold with Tyler Bate. Absolute gold. Triple H, Johnny Saint, William Regal, all on the balcony, applauding that young man from Dudley, who is going to be a massive star. Sam Ginsberg says, best match of 2020, no question, Tyler is amazing. What would you score it out of 5, guys? We're all raving about it. I would go 4.5. 4.5. What would you score it out of 5? So there you can see Blackpool. They're just showing lots of the beach, the pier, the tower, the theme park. As you said, about 100 years ago, that was the place to be. Right, tag team ladder match coming up. People saying 4.75, 5, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 4.7, 4.5, 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, 4.5, 5, 4.35, 4.5, 4.5, 5, 3.75, 5, 5.5, 5, 5, 4.75. There we go. Lot of love for that match. Okay, we're moving on to the co-main event, the Tag Team Championship Ladder. Oh, hang on, what's ladder? Ladder match. Boom. Boom. This has got Gallus versus Imperium versus Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews versus grizzled young veterans. In a ladder match for the titles, it's going to be insane. Could Cesaro confront Walter? Yeah. He absolutely could. I don't know if that's what will happen, but yes, he absolutely could. Not one of these matches has felt less than the others. No title changes. Don't know. The tag titles could change, couldn't they? The common denominator is Tyler Bate. Imperium are going to be new champs. Tyler Bate is the future of wrestling. I'm so glad he's from the Midlands. What do you think Diamond Dave Meltzer thought of that match? I think Meltzer will give it 4.25 or 4.5. I don't think he'll give it 5. Don't think he'll give it 5. I think that Wrestle Kingdom has really set the bar He gave Takahashi versus Ospreay 5.25. He also gave Okada versus Naito 5.5. So comparing that match to those two matches, I feel like 4.5 is fair. Don't think it's 5-star territory, to be honest, but who knows? Who knows what Uncle Dave saw? Well, I know what he saw. A great match. That's what he saw. If Imperium win, you have to watch my YouTube videos. I hope Imperium do. Tessa Blanchard was pulled. Tessa Blanchard's been pulled. Is that true? Is that a statement that Tessa has been pulled? That's huge news if so. Impact. Let me have a look. Impact Wrestling. Let's see what's being said. I don't know if that's true. Looking at news. I can't see anything. I don't think she has. Let me just double check on Google whilst we've got people making their entrances. Tessa Blanchard. No. I can't see any statement saying that she's been pulled. I'm really torn on it. I feel like she probably should be. In fact, 2 hours ago, they confirmed Tessa versus Sammy. One hour ago, Tessa challenges Sammy for the Impact title. Okay, Gallus are making their ways out. I think we are streaming that tonight. We are streaming Impact. It's not something that I tend to do, but we were doing it before this whole Tessa thing blew up. Honestly, I'm intrigued to know if she will be in that match or not. I think she will. I think the original plan was that they would put the title on her. Honestly, though, how do you celebrate that now? How can she go onto social media and celebrate that achievement? She can't. She can't. It's going to feel flat. I don't think she should win tonight. I really don't. And there's a lot of people saying that this news has broken at like a really weird time. But the fact of the matter is that we're on the verge of celebrating Tessa. Tessa, I think, is in a position where she's going to win. Be the first woman to win a major world championship, like men's world championship. China never did that. She won the Intercontinental, but she didn't win like the WWE title or the World Heavyweight title. So it would be a big, big deal. So we're on the verge of celebrating Tessa. So she sent a tweet out saying, women, you need to support each other. And all these women have now gone, what, like you did with me when you were bullying me? Or like you did with that black girl when you used the N-word and spat in her face. And all this stuff has come out. And there's people saying, yeah, it seems like a weird time. I don't think it is a weird time. I think you're on the verge of celebrating Tessa. And there's people out there that don't want you to do that. Because apparently, you know, she's horrific behind the scenes. How do you celebrate her now? If she becomes champion, how do you put all of that to one side and you can't? I don't think she should win tonight. I'm not saying that she should lose a job or anything like that, because I don't know how, if there's any merit in the accusations. There seems like a lot of people saying stuff, but I don't know the truth. I wasn't there, but I can't see how they can have a win tonight. The belts are suspended above the ring, by the way. We've got grizzled young veterans. We've got Gallus. We've got Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan. We're just waiting for Imperium, and then we will be underway. Daze, I haven't got a chance to watch that video yet. What happened with Tessa? What we just said. Lots of people coming out saying that she bullied them and that she used a racial slur as well. She used the N-word over in Japan. spat in the face of a couple of people. There's a lot. Do you know? There's a lot of people coming out saying we all knew that Tessa was bad behind the scenes, but we didn't realize it was this bad. I didn't know this. I didn't know she was bad behind the scenes. Mark Clark says, "Hey Daze." Hi Mandy. I do love Otis and Mandy Rose. I think the people that covered it up for a year need to be shamed. These aren't new accusations. Why cover it up for a year? Very silly. So it's a really interesting point, yeah. I think there's a lot of questions to come out of it. I think that's actually part of the problem. You're right. If this had come out a while ago, maybe it could have been dealt with now, and maybe we might be able to have moved on if those accusations are true. The fact it was seemingly bottled up, yeah, there's a lot of questions about it. There really is. In my opinion, they should have had this cleared up as soon as it went viral, or postpone her winning, because if she's guilty, she shouldn't win. If she's innocent, this will overshadow her moment. You're right. You're right. Imagine Imperium versus OC. That would be cool. Although it would be heels versus heels. Eichner and Bartel are in the ring. Undisputed Era versus Imperium at Worlds Collide. It's going to be amazing. Daze, Bruno to United. I hope so. I'm waiting for it to get confirmed, and we haven't had any news yet. We've also not had anything happen here in regards to surprises. And I'm surprised. I'm surprised at the lack of surprises. Not even anyone in the crowd yet, apart from Travis Banks. Right, we're underway. Kevin Paveo. Daze, I sent you the WrestleMania 36 leaked card on Instagram. Check it out. There is one doing the rounds, but that's fake. There's one that has used an old WrestleMania card and it's been edited. So if it's that one, I'm not sure that it is legit, unless it's a different one. Vape Ross Vape says, read Alison Kay's tweets from today. Well, I'm not going to focus on Impact and Tessa too much right now. We can do that when we actually start the Impact stream. So we'll have a look at those during that stream. I want to focus right now. I am very interested to read them, Vape Ross Vape. Let me make that very clear. But I am interested right now in this tag match because we've got Gallus in there with grizzled young veterans. Wolfgang going over, big crossbody to James Drake. Bartel taking the legs away. Bartel in the ring with Eichner. Eichner picking up Coffey, Mark Coffey. Flash Morgan Webster coming into the ring. So Imperium standing tall right now. If she wins, it's because she earned it. If she doesn't, it's because they've made false accusations. I've actually known Tessa for a while, and I know that she isn't capable of that. I can't say, because I don't know her. Seemingly you do, and you're standing up for her, and I support that, and I appreciate that. It's nice to hear from people that do know of her. There's a lot of smoke. Let's put it that way. There's a lot of smoke. People saying stuff like Big Swole saying that she wasn't involved in the incident, but she's heard about it and she's been actually trying to work behind the scenes. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. The truth needs to come out. Really, she's commented and said, I think Tessa said that it's false. Said that there's no truth in it. You can't escape. There's a lot of smoke, man. Nice spear from Wolfgang. I'll see what Alison Kay has had to say. And obviously we will explore this a lot more later on. DFS Chief says, I have an idea for the WWE Network. Each week on Raw, have a YouTube streamer stream from under the ring during the show. That would be amazing and terrifying. Oh, nice basement drop kicks. Imperium doing some lovely work together. So Bartel and Eichner, I think that was to James Drake. They're going for a ladder now. We're 26 minutes past, so there's meant to be another hour and a half. I can't see that unless there's going to be a surprise match that we don't know about. Daze, is Imperium versus Undisputed Era actually happening? Yes. Kay and Green have made these accusations because they're jealous that she's getting this opportunity. I'm not so sure that's true, to be honest. Because the person that apparently this happened to has also come out and said that it's true. So it's not only those two. Plus, NXT UK superstar Isla Dawn came out and spoke out against Tessa. This isn't just those two people. You've got Isla Dawn. You've got the woman who was apparently the victim has also come out and said some words. Big Swole has come out. AEW superstar has come out and said that she'd heard about this and she's actually been trying to help sort it out behind the scenes. When I say there's a lot of smoke to this, there's a lot of smoke to this. Even Priscilla Kelly came out and said some words against Tessa. So this isn't just two people. And that's why it kind of needs a bit of explaining. It needs sorting out. Nice moonsault by Flash Morgan Webster. Eichner charging into the corner with a back elbow. Shout out to Big Boy Dally. Over the top. Drop kick by Bartel. Eichner looking for a slingshot. Yes, nice. Flash Morgan Webster getting slingshotted into that ladder. Imperium taking a second to pose, which is really stupid. Why are they not setting up a ladder and winning the match? Finally, they're like, should we do the... Yeah, let's do the thing. Let's try and win. Kay was meant to be Tessa, but she just couldn't reach the fan hype in Impact. Funny how they say all this about Tessa when she's about to make history. Why not at the time? They haven't been speaking out because it's a smear campaign. She's the one that started it with her women's empowerment tweet, and they reacted. Nice. Drop kick. Toni Storm is my favourite. Finn is going to help Imperium. I did say we wouldn't talk about Tessa, but I fully understand why the chat wants to. It is the big subject right now. People are very split. I can tell you, I did a poll. It had over 400 votes on Twitter. Did a poll asking, do you want to see... In fact, I'll show you. Oh, Samoan drop! I tell you what, James Drake is taking real punishment here. James Drake seems to be on the receiving end of a lot of this stuff. Here we go. Look, we've got the poll now. 500 votes on this poll. I think it's one of the most responded to polls I've ever done. Do you want to see Tessa win the championship following the allegations and accusations? 500 votes. There's still 4 hours to go. 58% say no. 58-42. I gotta say, that's closer than I thought. But 58% say no. On the outside, into the ring steps goes Eichner. Whilst they're on the outside, you got Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster trying to climb the ladders. DDT by Webster. Mark Andrews trying to climb. I tell you what, those belts look really high. It looks like you've got to get onto the top rung to actually reach them. The belts look too high. Does anyone else think the belts look too high? Or is that just like a really short ladder? I feel like those belts are too high. Daze, is it an elimination match? I don't think so. I think Imperium are winning because they're going to face Undisputed Era at Worlds Collide. I say no based on timing. People can apologize and change, so let her do that and then give her the belt later. I do agree. I think there's no denying this is going to overshadow that match tonight, isn't there? There's no denying it. Here we go. Look. Oof. Eichner has got Flash Morgan Webster on a ladder. Oh, look at that! Springboard moonsault! Great work by Imperium. Bartel and Eichner working so well together. Look at that. Stunning. The belts are too high. I thought so. That was nuts. That was nuts, Matt. You're absolutely right. So Webster is down. Imperium are setting the ladder up. There's another ladder coming in, though. Yeah, Eichner's nowhere near those belts. Gibson. Double chop. That's a taller ladder. That's a better ladder. That's a much better ladder. They're using a baby ladder. They're trying to use, like, my first ladder. That's what they're trying to use. That new ladder is so much better. It's like an early learning ladder that they're using the first time. That first ladder was so small, I don't even know if it can be called a ladder. We've got 3 ladders in the ring, and then there's a 4th coming into the ring as well. He's trying to climb. We've got a 4th ladder coming in. There's a big spot being set up here. Who's trying to reach? I think that's Bartel that's trying to reach up. Mark Andrews, I think, is going to grab Bartel. There's another ladder coming in. What are they setting up? I understand the person who knows the defending that. However, when he says she's not capable of it, I believe that's false. Everyone is capable of bad things. It's very true. Oh. First ladder just fell. 2 went to the top rope. There's like a platform that's being set up. Bartel gets thrown off. It's carnage, man. It's absolute carnage. Mark Andrews is trying to reach up. James Drake has grabbed him. Another ladder has gone. Another ladder has gone. I think there's another ladder that's being tipped. There's only 1 ladder standing. There's ladders absolutely everywhere. Mark Andrews is up there on his own. Zach Gibson holding onto the leg. Which way is this going to go? Guillotine. He's getting hit by Gibson. picked up, planted down. I gotta say, this match hasn't been as great as I was hoping. It's had some really cool moments. But I just think it's hard to compare to that Bate versus Devlin match, you know? It's hard to follow that. What? Is that a 450 splash? 450 splash by Drake. Also sucks it's first time Daze so stream Impact, and then this news broke hours later. It's true. Okay, so he's trying to get James Drake to go up because James Drake is just a little bit taller. And the ladder that's set up is not that big. So there we go. Oh, nice. Nice. Gibson has got Drake on his shoulders. This has got disaster written all over it, hasn't it? This has got disaster written all over it. Here comes Eitner. Eitner with knees. Throws Gibson out the ring. And now he's got James Drake. He's going to look for a sit-down powerbomb. Bartel. European uppercut. The Impact show and stream tonight will 100% be dominated by Tessa, yes. AEW beat NXT in the ratings, they did. Eddie Edwards versus Tanahashi. Okay, there's one ladder in the ring. Imperium are in the ring. They're starting to climb. But Gallus are getting in. Wolfgang, Mark Coffey have got into the ring. Big strikes. I don't watch Impact, so I don't care about Tessa. Here we go. There's two ladders in stereo. Colliding into Eitner. Eitner getting battered right now. Rolls out the ring. Another collision. Just crushing Imperium. Ladder gets thrown to the outside. They still need to set one ladder up. Here we go. Nice. Planted down. Gotta tell you, the crowd have gone a little quiet for this. It's just really, really hard to follow that match, isn't it? Really, really hard to follow that match. Strikes to the midsection. Oh, kick to the head. Planted down as well. NXT champ. NXT needs to be on Fox. NXT is on... No, it's on USA, isn't it? Okay, they're going for the ladder. Who's on commentary with Nigel? It is Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips and Nigel McGuinness are on commentary. Looking for a suplex from Wolfgang and Mark Coffey. I really want this match to finish. I really, really want this match to finish. I don't know why. It's my least favourite match of the night so far. And I don't know why. It's had some really nice moments, but it's not grabbing me for whatever reason. That's a massive ladder. That is a massive ladder. Wolfgang grabbing the ladder. Sam says, I'm not feeling this match. Broken Dream says, me too. Big strikes coming in, knee to the midsection by Mark Coffey and Wolfgang, driven back into the barricade. So there's a ladder set up on the outside. There's no ladders in the ring. There's no one in the ring. There's a table that's being produced. There we go. A couple of tables have been brought out from under the ring. And they're setting them up. You've got a table set up on the ring and the other one set up on the barricade. Yeah, which way is this going to go? There's a ladder set up in the middle. We are building towards a big spot here. Something big that's about to go down. This is forgettable, but it is hard to follow that last match. Very true. Daze, the NWA podcast is live. Very cool. I love those guys. Headbutts. Down goes Wolfgang. If he found his title after it got taken, he didn't find the title, no. Big strikes coming in from... So one of the tables has buckled. Really do want this match to finish. Okay, so Flash Morgan is climbing up. What is he looking to do? I don't know what they're looking to do. You've got Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, both on the top of a ladder. Looks like they're both going to splash on top of Wolfgang. Oh! That was pretty cool. Off the top of a ladder. Why are they shaking around? Couple of sentons. What are the results so far? So far, we've had Eddie Dennis beat Tyler Bate. We've had Kaylee Ray defend her title. We've had... No, Eddie Dennis beat Trent Seven. Kaylee Ray defended her title. Tyler Bate beat Jordan Devlin. And now we're at match number 4, which is for the tag team titles. And this match has had some nice moments. It's just struggled to hold my attention. I honestly cannot tell you why. That was a big ladder that they just jumped off as well, wasn't it? That was a really cool moment. That is AEW level of assisting each other to do spots. The story of trying to get the belts is forgotten. Here we go, look. Climbing up top. We got one ladder in the ring. It's the smaller ladder. You got Mark Andrews the one side. You've got Flash Morgan Webster the other. But grizzled young veterans have come in. And they're setting up another ladder. But it looks like another small ladder. I don't understand. Nice. Big strike. And again. So grizzled young veterans are in. Just see, anyone, does this feel like a long match? It feels like a long match. Webster gets dumped to the outside. I'm trying to get into NXT more. NXT's excellent. Daze, why don't you stream Ring of Honor? We do a lot of streams already, but I honestly don't even know when Ring of Honor airs. I think it's on Fight, but I don't know if you have to subscribe to it or whatever. There's a kendo stick that Mark Andrews has got now. Oh, that's a nasty sound. He's really unloading. Oh, he's breaking the kendo stick. You can see it actually getting destroyed. That was cool. I like that spot. Mark Andrews now can quickly climb the ladder. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. Doesn't seem to be... Oh, there is. Here we go. Bartel jumps in. Eichner jumps in. Up. Down. Brainbuster. Don't see Brainbusters, do you? I think they're banned on the main roster, actually, Brainbusters. Okay, here we go. Look, Bartel is climbing the ropes. He's very close. He's got a hand on it. Mark Coffey, though, has come in. Match's getting good now. He is trying to do some kind of a suplex to Bartel. Who was Mark Andrews hitting? He was hitting, I think it was Grizzled Young Veterans, so I think it was maybe James Drake or Zach Gibson. Mark Coffey is trying to hit a German. Can't get it. Are we going to get a power bomb into a ladder? He's got Mark Coffey up. European uppercut into a ladder. No, couldn't do it. Spear! Oh! Ladder broke in half! And so ladder broke in half. Mark Coffey has got hold of the one ladder that's set up to the outside. We've got a multi-man spot. And now it looks like Gallus are desperately trying to retain. I think they're going to do it, aren't they? They've done it. Gallus retain. Very surprised. I thought Imperium were going to win that. And still. There we go. Gallus have retained. Good God Almighty. He has a family, damn it. Very surprised. I really thought Imperium were picking up the win there. So Gallus, Wolfgang, and Mark Coffey standing tall. If Joe Coffey can beat Walter, then they will be the dominant faction in NXT UK. This was more spotty than your average Dynamite. It makes no sense. Why bury Imperium? The Gallus theme reminds me of a bad advert on Sky. Gallus is going to hold all of the titles. So we're just seeing some of the highlights. There was a lot of spots in that match. Didn't have a great deal of psychology for me. It was just like big spot after big spot, moment after moment. There we go. Mark Coffey and Gallus grabbing those belts. Hot coffee to win. Takeover Blackpool 2 is awesome. Daze, can you shout out my two sons, John and Thomas? Absolutely. Shout out to John and Thomas. Hope you are enjoying NXT UK Takeover Blackpool 2. I think it has been a really good show. Gallus celebrating with the crowd. 1 foot on the barricade, 1 foot on the ring steps. Still no surprises, no main roster stars in the crowd or anything like that. So Gallus celebrating, standing on top of the ladders. They overloaded that match, yes. Right, that was our co-main event. We got a little advert here. 1 week from Saturday. Worlds collide. 2 worlds collide. Should be such a great pay-per-view. Brace yourself for the collision. Woo! That's going to be a lot of fun. Hello, I've got a little advert of The Fiend. No, wait a minute. Have Kofi win the belt and Imperium go to NXT, and then we get winner takes all at Takeover Tampa, Imperium versus Undisputed Era. What match is next? Main event match. We're at the main event, unless there's going to be a little surprise final match. A match that we didn't know about, unless someone's going to come out or something, but... Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland, up-and-comer in NXT UK. Tom Phillips asking Nigel McGuinness, do you need to catch your breath after that last match? Walter will win. Yeah, let me know. Who do you think's going to win? Walter or Joe Coffey? I think it's Walter. And there is no surprise match. It is time for Walter versus Joe Coffey. $281 days. Days, who do you prefer, Kurt Bale or ODB? I have no idea how to answer that. Days, is Eva Marie back? No. Walter. Joe Coffey. Walter. Who won the tag match? Gallus. Walter. Duh. Walter. Well, I kind of regret asking. The Ultimate Farmer. Shout out to you, buddy. Walter's going to retain. 2 lots of coffee would be too much. I would be up all night. You're right. We've already had a big cup of coffee with Gallus winning the tag titles. Can't see Walter losing here. Look, pretty much everyone going for Walter. Ben Russell saying Walter. Jeremy saying Walter. Team CB saying Walter. Riley Houston saying Coffee. I don't know. It has got me questioning it after Gallus retained. Could have Gallus with all the gold. It would be really cool if Kaylee Ray joined Gallus. Really cool. And then they would literally have all the gold. They're just showing the contract signing. Look at the size of Walter. Look at the size of him. Coffee to win, and Walter will then move to the main roster. Heard he's got his permit to live and work there now. I didn't think he wanted to. I didn't think he had any interest to move to America. I don't think Walter likes America, to be honest. Days, Walter will win because of Worlds Collide. I really thought that Imperium... So did I. Gallus retaining is most likely just to get people more invested in the main match, and it makes it more unpredictable. That's a really good point, Austin. Right, here we go. We're just seeing shots of the crowd. This is our main event. We've not had any main roster stars in the crowd. We've had no surprise appearances. I'm wondering what happens at the end of this match. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, Drew McIntyre appeared. It really wouldn't. Right, Joe Coffey. It was a really good match, Joe Coffey against Pete Dunne. I like his jacket. I want Keith Lee versus Walter. Daze Coffey could win, because then all the gold would be on Gallus. Daze, how do you not know how to answer my question? Because I haven't seen enough Kurt Bale or ODB to be able to answer that. We've got matching t-shirts, have we? Amazing. That's because you're a legend, Nails and NY. I hope one of the UK people will go to Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown soon. Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Cesaro, Roman Reigns. Okay, lights have just gone out. I think they're getting ready for Walter, who's got the best entrance. I love that music. Look at that, the whole screen white. Walter just standing there. Massive silhouette of Walter. Da-na-na-na-na. Walter looking around. Love it, man. Da-na-na. Days drama. Dijakovic has exposed Keith Lee on Twitter. Oh my god, what's happening now? Expose Keith Lee how? Oh no. Right, Walter getting in the ring. Right, Walter is in the ring. Hey man, out here supporting each other. I see you and I like what I see. Keep it up. We will make cool things happen. What is happening there? The WWE. Okay, we're at the main event, my friends. Oh, I'll have to worry about that after. It can wait. Walter, my attention is on Walter Joe Coffey. Cephas79, how weird does it feel to have a pay-per-view starting before 2 a.m. your time? Very weird. Very, very weird. I gotta be honest, I feel probably not as awake as normal. I feel alright, but normally, like, middle of the night, that's when I'm wide awake. So, yeah, it is very strange. Walter showing off that UK Championship. Doesn't look like a replica. Looks like proper real deal one. I bet no one shouted at Walter when he lost it as well. Who's going to shout at Walter? Okay, we are underway. NXT UK Championship. It's a really prestigious belt, isn't it? That's why I want Walter to retain it. I feel like Tyler winning was right. Pete beating Tyler, holding it for ages was right. Walter winning it, and now he's held it for over 200 odd days is right. Don't think Joe Coffey winning it is right. Walter to retain. I don't know who gets it off Walter, actually. I don't know who I want to see as the next champ. Maybe Dave Mastiff. I love Dave Mastiff. Forearm strike by Walter. I tagged you in the tweet. Okay. I'm usually asleep at this time. Will the UK title get a Mania match? I don't think so. Who won the tag titles? It was Gallus. Daze, Dio Madden has exposed Keith Lee. Oh, it's all kicking off. Big boot by Joe Coffey. Keith Lee, Dijakovics are just having fun about supporting women tweet, and they've turned it into supporting men. Oh, okay. Not... okay. I'll have to read it before I say anything. I love all the UK belts. They are gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm not... do you know what? I'm not overly keen on the UK tag titles. They're fighting on the outside. Coffey, reverse it. Oh, Walter went into the barricade. Barricade just moved by about 2 foot. Coffey. Oh, no. Coffey gets dumped into the crowd. I tell you what, this is hot. Nice. It's like a spear shoulder tackle by Joe Coffey. Referee still counting. We're up to 5. They're sweet, sweet tweets. Sweet tweets. Did you see that Mastiff versus Owens match from a few years ago? It was fantastic. I didn't? No. When did Owens face Mastiff? Big strike by Coffey. Because Owens would have been under contract. Unless you're talking a long time ago, like 10 years ago or what, before NXT. Days, I really want Walter to win, but I'm scared he won't. Because there hasn't been a title change yet on this takeover. Yeah, I want Walter to win. It's weird cheering for Walter, but I think he's been a brilliant champion. It was awkward. It was a bit of a botch. Nigel McGuinness said that that move was awkward. Coffey standing over Walter. Walter saying something to Joe Coffey then. Walter in the corner. Nice European uppercut by Coffey. Strike by Coffey. Looking nice. Going for the pin. 2. Kick out by Walter. Tag titles are my favourite ones. I'm surprised how quickly Coffey has got control. Walter versus Coffey. Perfect time for Coca-Cola to debut. Walter. Days, I bought the Fiend title today. No way. For $6,000. Here we go. Pick up. Joe Coffey trying to pick up Walter. Can't quite do it. Nice big left hand, right hand. Forearm strikes back and forth. And again, driving Walter back. Oof. Joe Coffey picking up Walter. He's got him up. Look at the strength. Wow. That is awesome. Suplex by Joe Coffey It was like a standing vertical suplex. He had him up for a good few seconds. Walter in the air. The strength of Joe Coffey. Very impressive. Very impressive. Daze, I wondered what brand do you think Shayna will go to, Raw or SmackDown? I'm thinking SmackDown. I'm thinking if Ronda comes back, she's going to go to SmackDown. So you might as well put Shayna over there in preparation. I like Coffey. He is fantastic. Swamp Man, I said I had $6,000 lying around. Okay, Walter saying, come on. He wants more. Chop from Coffey. Walter just turns away. And again, he wants it again. Another big chop. Walter backed away. And now he's chopping back. I tell you what, Walter's got Walter plays the Giant very, very well. Very well. Oh, man, sickening chop. He's got a little bit, tiny bit, little bit of Andre the Giant about him. He's big in size, and he uses his size very, very well. Booting Coffey out the ring. Walter with Coffey. Big chop right in front of the Hawaiian shirt guy. Hawaiian shirt guy, can't believe it. Big boot to the side of the face. I don't like how the UK title is just on the floor in the corner. I don't know if you noticed that. Shouldn't it be on like a really nice plinth? If Mattel figures have taught me anything, then titles should be on plinths. Coffey getting back into the ring. I could see this match going for another 20 minutes, actually. I could see it doing another 15 or so. Slam down. Walter against the ropes. Oh, seated senton. Very Yokozuna. Nice. Daze, it's something to be born somewhere near the Alps. Daze, that exchange on Twitter with Keith Lee and Dijakovic is hilarious. I'll check it out after. Shayna needs to go to Raw so that she could feud with Becky. I'm starting to like Walter. Is very, very cool. Single leg Boston Crab. It is an STF by Walter. Coffey going over to the ropes. This is our main event. It is for the NXT UK Championship. Walter, who's been champion for 280 odd days, taking on Joe Coffey. And there was a curveball in the match before when Gallus were victorious. Kind of makes people think now, could Coffey win this and then Gallus would have all the gold? Forearm strike by Walter. Easily match of the night is Bate versus Jordan Devlin so far. I have enjoyed this match though. Crowd are really into it. Big forearm strikes by Walter. Down goes Joe Coffey. I'm wondering if like Adam Cole's going to come out at the end or something, setting up for Worlds Collide. Daze, did you see The Miz turn heel? I saw SmackDown, yes. Walter is going to keep the title for more than a year. This will be done by no, I think you're right, 7:30, I think so. It's 7:10 in the UK, yes. Godzilla Artist, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for the support. Really do appreciate it. Walter is the master of slow-paced matches. He manages to keep things interesting. Great in-ring psychology. Jim Cornette would approve. He is a very good wrestler. He looks like a wrestler. He's very crisp. He knows how to be the giant and play that role very well. His strikes are hard-hitting. He's put on great matches. As I said, last year, my match of the year was Tyler Bate versus Walter. So, Walter is he's got it all, man. He is delivering big strikes across the chest of Joe Coffey. Tried for another one. Coffey holds the arm. Replies back with some forearm strikes of his own. And again, Walter goes down. It's quite surprising seeing Walter down. Coffey does need to take advantage here. I would rate this 10 out of 10 no matter what. Oh, caught, turned over. Boston Crab by Walter. Boston Crab by Walter. And he's look at that, into an STF again. Elbows into the side of the head. Walter's brutal, man. Oh, look at that. Really pulling back on the head. Amazing. I think Coffey is going to make it to the ropes. He's very close. But he pulls that arm back. This is madness. Daze, I think I just saw Montez Ford in the crowd. Don't know why the Street Profits would be there, to be honest. Just finished work thinking this started at 7. And now it's the last match. It's been a very good show as well. Really enjoyable. You've got to watch Tyler Bate versus Jordan Devlin. Did you know that the NXT UK Championship that got stolen has never been found? Yes. Walter standing over Joe Coffey right now. Coffey did manage to get to the ropes. That hold was broken. Walter now with the arm. Oh, big chop. I'll tell you what, Walter is just destroying Coffey now. Massive, brutal chops. Coffey is like out on his feet. Nice, duck underneath. Coffey went with a strike. Against the ropes goes Coffey. Both shoulder charge into each other. I really want to see Dave Mastiff versus Walter. I would love that match. Nice, against the ropes. Looking for a big boot. Yeah. He is. He's picked him up. Suplexed him down. UK NXT is an awesome pay-per-view. Days. Walter could keep the championship for 356 days. He absolutely could. Crazy Michael says, I really don't like this match. I think it's better than the tag match. Not my favourite match of the night. I don't think it's better than Tyler Bate, but I think it's a good match. It's a hard-hitting match. What is Coffey? Coffey has actually got Walter on his back. Drops backwards. So both of them are down right now. Days, in 1 year, 28 days, I'll be old enough to start professional wrestling. Can't wait. Make me look forward to starting that. Good luck, Ben. Whoever wins gets the ultimate replica belt. You're right, Carol, yes. The real champion is whoever's got it in Chicago. They've got the belt. Okay. Walter goes face first into the corner. Club to the back by Coffey. Coffey looking for a gut wrench suplex. Nice into a German. 2. Kick out by Walter. Rumour has it NXT UK title belt is in the same place as MH37. I don't even know what that is. The chops were vicious. Crowd are really into this. The crowd are still being very vocal. Walter down in the ring. Coffey out of breath in the corner. Thing is, this has been a very hard-hitting match. Let's go, Walter. Chant from the crowd. Joe Coffey strikes to the head. Walter catching him. Back elbow. Coffey up in the corner looking for a moonsault. Connects. 1, 2. Kick out by Walter. Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm announced for Worlds Collide. Kaylee Ray won. She did. Oh, massive boot by Walter. I think Coffey managed to get out of the way, but he keeps coming, looking for a spinning lariat. Just gets chopped by Walter. Walter now looking for a power bomb. Hits the power bomb, goes for the cover. Kick out by Coffey. I reckon this match has got just under 10 minutes left. But which way is it going to go? Walter is to the side with that. Okay, here we go. Coffey charging Walter into the corner. Coffey rolling away. Walter with a senton, but the ref has been knocked out the ring. Oh, we've got drama. We've got drama. The ref has been knocked out of the ring. Could we see Gallus? Could we see Gallus? Could we see someone getting involved? Could we see Adam Cole, baby? How is this going to play out? This is bad news for Walter. Strikes coming in from Coffey. Coffey with a power bomb to Walter. Why do they always go for big moves when the ref's down? There we go. There's no referee. There's real drama here. We do need another ref to come down. Oh, look at this. Alexander Wolf has come down, a big boot to Coffey. There's real drama here. Surely someone from Gallus is going to come down. Dragunov has come down. Look at him. Man, he is ripped, isn't he? Jesus, look at him. He's just all muscle. Dragunov getting involved. Dragunov. So Dragunov charged into Alexander Wolf. Wolf has bumped into Joe Coffey. Coffey has rolled to the outside. The referee is still down. Walter is down. If you think this is overbooked, you're probably right. But it is very interesting to see which way this is going to go. A big clothesline by Walter on Dragunov. Walter finds himself alone in the ring. Coffey seems to have hurt his knee. He might be playing possum with that, though. Still no ref. And that's why you should wear knee pads. Big strikes. He's got Coffey. Hurls him into the ring steps. Here we go. Oh, slammed onto the edge of the ring. Joe Coffey hurled onto the edge of the ring. It's all Walter right now. Still no referee. Bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Ah, shoulder up by Joe Coffey. Substitute ref came down. So Coffey could have won. Oh, hello, there's more happening here. Dragunov and Alexander Wolf are fighting on the outside. Here we go. So Dragunov has driven Alexander Wolf away. Which way is this going to go? Walter is going for high risk here. Joe Coffey gets up. Big chop. Oh, Coffey's knee just gave out. He's trying to climb up, but he can't quite climb up. His knee just gave way. Big strike by Walter. And again, a big chop. And another big chop. Coffey is down. Walter. No, Coffey up. European uppercut. I gotta say, this is intriguing. I am really, really interested as to which way this is gonna go. Walter just gets hurled across the ring. If you think about where he started to where he is now, he literally got thrown across the ring. Big NXT chants from the crowd. They're really on board with this. Dragunov face turn. All wrestlers should wear knee pads. Daze, Eva Marie sucks. They just went bye-bye. Is it a face turn? It would seem so. Big chance for Walter. Here we go. Both are on their knees. This match is surely finishing at any point. Both guys are down. Walter. They're trading blows in the middle. It's hard to know which way this is going to go. I do think Gallus winning has really planted seeds of doubt as to who wins this. So the Gallus win was ingenious. Big left. Strikes to the chest. Is unloading now. Driving Walter back. Coffey absolutely unloaded on Walter. Walter does not like to get punched. Who does? Kick to the leg. Oh, takes the legs away. Walter to the outside. Walter climbing up. Oh, a little bit wobbly. Big splash. 1, 2. No, he only got a 2. He only got a 2. That was a massive splash. Huge splash by Walter. And it only got a 2. I thought it was done. Ah, look at that. Air Walter. Oh, man. Only gets a 2. Joe Coffey having to dig real deep right now. Could Joe Coffey win this match? Or is he going to lose the main event of NXT UK Takeover Blackpool for the 2nd year in a row? Both guys are down in the ring. Everyone in the crowd on their feet right now. Walter is going to look to put Coffey away. I think Coffey's going to reverse this. Yeah, can't get the powerbomb. Coffey does. Oh, no. Coffey's knee again giving out. Clubs to the back. Oh, Coffey lands on his feet. Big clothesline. And there's another one. Discus clothesline. 1, 2. Oh. Both guys are down. Rig 111 says, Coffey, you've got it. Which way is this going to go? Everyone on their feet. Here we go, look. Coffey, spinning, discus. Clothesline, couldn't get it. Walter has got a sleeper. Is this middle of the ring? Sleeper. Middle of the ring. Coffey is desperately trying to escape. Oh, big kick to the back. Huge kick to the back. Walter. He's very close to the ropes and he gets there. He's going to have to break that hold. Oh. Just hurled Coffey across the ring. Is Walter going for the ending? Here we go, looking for the powerbomb. Hits it. In. No, didn't want to cover him. Oh, sickening. Chop to the back. One more powerbomb. He's got him up. Down. Going for. No, again, not going for the cover. He's just destroying him now. It is very different. Joe's passing out. Joe taps. Walter retains. Walter retains in a very good match. For the second year in a row, Joe Coffey has lost the main event of NXT UK Takeover Blackpool. So Walter is down. It was an absolute war. It was hard hitting. We obviously had Alexander Wolf at one point. We had Dragunov at one point. But Walter managing to get the job done. I think it's the right decision. I wanted Walter to retain. Big test for Walter that was, though. And he came through. He retains the title. Walter is a monster. I thought that match was about like a 3.75 kind of a thing. Is this the main event? It was the main event, yes. Cool match. Was a good match. The Dresden Hatchet Man getting involved. Down. So just wait and see if anything's going to go down. Just wait and see if there's going to be any kind of outside interference. I don't think there will. Walter's chops are crazy. Team CB says 2.75 out of 10. Okay, so we've got Imperium in the ring. So we've got Walter in the ring with Alexander Wolf, Bartel. We got Eichner. Imperium looking a little bit worse for wear, but at least Walter could get the job done. The age of Imperium. There we go. Walter takes his place. in the lineup. Big cheers. Oh, hello through the crowd. Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era through the crowd. Undisputed Era are in Blackpool. They're attacking Imperium. Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly. They're in Blackpool. Undisputed Era sending a message. Look at this, Adam Cole, baby. In the ring in Blackpool. Adam Cole in the ring with Walter. Look at this. We are getting ready for Worlds Collide. Walter is surrounded by the Undisputed Era. 4-on-1. Walter doesn't care. This is awesome, man. This is brilliant. Knee strike by Roderick Strong. Walter goes down to one knee. Fish against the ropes. Sling blade. Crowd going absolutely crazy. Undisputed here. Look at this. The Era is here. Big chance, man. The crowd loving it. They had the little graphic in the corner as well. Everything was being teased. Undisputed chanting from the crowd. I tell you what, they are absolutely brutalizing Imperium. This is what you're in for? Undisputed Era versus Imperium. Knee to the back of the head to Walter. Imperium are getting absolutely destroyed. NXT champ. North American champ. NXT tag champs. How awesome is that? Epic ending. Whoo! Now the show finally finishes. That was very cool. You never know what you're going to get. I'm going to say this show was 8 out of 10. I think it was a very good show. I feel like the tag match just underwhelmed a little bit. Kind of felt like there was a lot of drama with Alexander Wolf and Dragunov, and then the drama kind of disappeared a little bit. Like the ending of the main event was a bit, I don't know. I didn't know which way it was going to go, but yeah, I kind of feel like it could have been booked a little bit tighter. Still a great match. I thought that Bate versus Devlin was the best match of the night. I thought the first match was cool. I mean, that moment where Trent Seven was thrown to the outside was absolutely incredible. I thought the women's match was really good. Undisputed Era getting involved. I mean, if people want to say that it's better than 8, I wouldn't really have an argument. But I don't feel like that was a 7 or below. I really do feel like it was a very strong show. Very enjoyable. Really good. Really enjoyed it. Get your scores in. We're obviously not going to stick around for too much longer. There's not really a great more to say. Plus also we are back later for Impact. This was just the first stream of today. We will be back later for Impact. And obviously the whole conversation there is going to be around Tessa and all of that. So yeah, we're back. We're back in a few hours. Get your scores in as to what you thought. Luco says 7 out of 10. The ladder match actually ruined it. Daze Drake Maverick to NXT UK. Maybe. Daze, I wish they would have turned the lights out and hit their music. That would have got a bigger pop. Yeah. Good Sunday. It's a very good Sunday, yes. Who won the main event? Walter. Walter retained. 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. I'm going to see you for Impact. I will. I'll see you all for Impact as well. Right, guys, we are done. Thank you so much to everyone that joined us. I really, really did not expect this many people. Really did not expect this many people. So to have so many people joining us for what is a very weird time for streaming, but at least we were rewarded with a very, very good show. And I really like that ending. Very, very cool. So thanks a lot for joining us, guys. Really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and hopefully I'll see you later for Impact Hard to Kill. Let's see what goes down. Who wins the main event? Is Tessa still involved in the main event? So many questions. You're not going to want to miss that stream. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye for now.